Welcome to the Round 8 WAFL Wrap. This weekend we saw matches played on Saturday and Sunday as part of the Mother's Day weekend, and we hope all the mothers were looked after. The first match saw East Perth host Claremont at Medibank Stadium, and Paul Johnson was back to his best with 22 hit-outs and 16 disposals. East Perth were dominant in the first three quarters, and we saw a fantastic goal by Josh Hill. Brendan Leeds starred for the Royals, who racked up 31 touches and kicked a goal as East Perth ran out winners by 80 points. I was up at Steel Blue Oval for the clash between Swan Districts and East Fremantle, and it was the real deal. Swans are the real deal, piling on 10 goals to 3 in the first half. Swan Districts not only dominated around the ground but also in the air with a couple of screamers by Kirk Ugle and then again by Jared Blight. But probably the highlight of the day came from 200 gamer Talon Ames as he slotted home his first goal since round 20 back in 2008, and he certainly made the most of it with a great celebration. In the end, Swan Districts were just too strong for the Sharks, running out winners by 10 goals. Out at Lathlane Park, Perth hosted the top of the table Subiaco. Again, Subi continued their run with some impressive footy in the opening half. Perth's Jared Rizzo put his body on the line to take this ripper, running back into the pack. The Demons stayed with the Lions but were unable to close the margin, with Subi winning by 34 points. Then Mother's Day, West Perth hosted Peel Thunder up at Arena Joondalup, and probably the game of the season so far. Peel Thunder jumped West Perth early with some fast ball movement and took a 7-goal lead into half-time. Matt Tabernar was impressive up forward, with the big docker taking 12 marks and kicking 5 goals. But in a fantastic and frantic last quarter, West Perth piled on 6 goals to 1, with this goal from Anthony Salikis in the last minute to give West Perth their 3rd win of the year and get them back into the top 4. Right, we're going to have a quick look at our Round 8 WAFL Tribunal and Match Review panel results from the weekend. We had the Tribunal last night. Matthew Aitchison from Claremont had his striking charge dismissed, and we also had Cale Morton, a striking charge was withdrawn by the Match Review panel throughout the week. At the Tribunal last night, Shane Yarran contested a striking charge. He was found guilty by the Tribunal but received a reprimand. And there was also another striking charge from the weekend, Jared Oakley-Nichols from East Perth against Tom Willett from Claremont, and he accepted the reprimand offered by the Match Review panel. Let's have a look at some of the great individual performances from round 8. Our AAMI WAFL Player of the Week is Brendan Lee, back from a long stint on the sidelines in the early part of the season into his second game, was outstanding. A prolific ball winner in a strong win for East Perth over Claremont. He racked up 31 disposals with 5 strong tackles. Our Powerade Colts young gun for round 3 was Gregory Clark from Subiaco, with a solid performance, racking up 24 touches, kicked a couple of goals as Subiaco accounted for Perth by 35 points. Right, the WAFL State team had its first training run last Monday night. Kindly worked with the West Coast Eagles, who gave us access to their change rooms, and we had an indoor session, including a pool session and then some skills indoor on their warm-up area. Brendan Lee's great form for East Perth in his 2 games coming back from injury has seen him added to the squad, so we've got 31 at the minute, and we were lucky enough to catch up with our state coach, Bill Monaghan.
So Bill, how does it feel to be appointed as the WAFL State coach?
It's an absolute honour to coach at the state side this year. I was lucky enough to play a game of state footy, and it was a real highlight of my playing career. So I'm really looking forward to it. You know, I'm really excited to help showcase WAFL footy. You know, it's a really important part of the program, and WAFL footy is thriving at the moment, and you know, we're backing up some great success last year from the game against Victoria. So really looking forward to it, and hopefully we'll be able to put on a good show.
And what about the importance of state footy? What's your personal opinion on that?
Look, I think first of all it's a great reward for the players, whether they be, you know, young players, whether they be stalwarts of the game who haven't had the opportunity to play state AFL footy, and also for the returning AFL blokes to give a little bit back to the WAFL. So it's a really important fixture, you know, and it's really important for all our stakeholders that WAFL is put on the national stage, whether it be state footy, Foxtel Cup, you know, through the ABC vision, to make sure that, you know, WAFL, the product is well received and well promoted. So it's a really important part of the program.
And what about your approach to the state game this year, Bill, in terms of preparation and the selection of players?
Yeah, look, we think we've got a real good balance, first of all, in the selection, and there'll be some debutants and there'll be some players who have played multiple state games. So what's important is that we're going to be given, or we are given at this stage, 30 players who have all got great talent and great ability. That's why they're in the state squad, and our job's going to be able to harness that ability and get them all playing a style of football that, you know, from our point of view, from a coaching point of view, will be quite simple in the philosophy. It'll be about winning, you know, the hard ball, you know, contested ball, 50-50 ground balls, moving the ball quickly, using our speed and our skills to create some forward opportunities, and then on the rebound or when they win it, work really hard defensively. So the messages will be quite simple because it's such a shortened program, and we just need to back the ability of the players and their understanding of the game to make sure that we put on a good show.
WAFL fans, don't forget to check out our Facebook page for our WA Selfie Comp, where we want you to send us a picture of you at a WAFL match via the competition tab. We're giving away weekly WAFL tickets and grand prizes in an ultimate WAFL grand final experience. Each week we'll put our winners up on Facebook and Instagram. This week's winner is Morgan Armstrong and his son taking a screamer out at Shark Park. Next week's fixtures for round 9, Subiaco versus West Perth at Medibank Stadium. Steel Blue Oval is Swan Districts versus Claremont. Lathlane Park is Perth versus East Fremantle. And Bendigo Bank Stadium is Peel Thunder versus South Fremantle. All games Saturday the 17th of May. I'll see you out at the WAFL for some family-friendly footy. And remember, kids are free.